Hey Crafty Babes, Andrea here. Today we are going to work on a project together. This project is going to include supplies from multiple different Crafty Babe Magazine issues because as the Crafty Babe crew, I ask what kinds of videos you guys want and I sometimes give suggestions, and it seemed like the option for using printables from multiple issues was pretty popular, and I have a lot of leftover. I just have so much in, as in supplies for these issues that it just made sense that this would probably be something super fun to do. I've never done anything like this where I'm specifically pulling a bunch of different supplies from different printables in. Usually I'm just showing you guys how to use the current magazine. So we are going to work with some things from issue number 28, some things from issue number 30, and some things from the summer of 23 for the record collection, along with some a small collection of different photos. We are going to work in my Fringe notebook and we are going to put this layout together. I have no idea what, I don't really have a super great plan at the moment, other than we're just going to stick with my typical grid situation, see how we can get everything to kind of fit like a puzzle, and then we'll just go with it. And I'm actually going to take you guys along real time, not do a fast forward voiceover. Now there might be things I do fast forward through. It just depends on, it just depends on how things go here. So to start off, I know that I have 4 small photos and 4 3x4 things. So these are 2 things that I created on my iPad. So this I created myself, and this was actually like a coloring book page for Procreate, and I just colored it in essentially, which was super fun, very relaxing. I really enjoyed it. And then I also have 3 photos that I took that have, I'm wearing an outfit that matches these colors really well. And then these were made by the daughter of Barbara Thomas, who just took the colors and the checkerboard patterns from one of my illustrated Faith sets, Faith recorded, and made some vans in all the different colors. And so she sent them to me, and that was just super fun. So I want to use them because I'm wearing my checkered vans in this photo. So I want to just get the structure laid out, and then we're going to kind of do some clustering and we'll just see what's going on here. All right, I'm going to try to keep you guys in frame because I always have, I always get myself too close, and then you guys are out of frame, and I apologize for that. So we're going to work on that. Okay. And I'm going to talk through this, remember, so we're just going to kind of give ourselves some sort of structure. I kind of want to have color to be separated, and then also, I don't want 2 journaling areas to be too close together. And so we'll do some layering and some grid stuff. And the one thing about the 2 colors is that the pinks are just slightly different. Like the pink from the summer collection is a bit brighter than the muted kind of pink that comes from issue number 30, but it's great. It's still a very similar tone, and I kind of like if we were to do some layering like this. I know I don't really have a structure yet, but that's okay. And I'm going to tuck this under and kind of hide a little bit of that orange because I really want that yellow to pop off, and I'll probably end up doing a yellow down here somewhere, so I'll just keep that in mind. I don't feel, like we have a great structure just yet, but that's okay. That's what I like about this particular process, is just kind of moving things around. And I always start with the biggest items. And the other thing that I'm trying to avoid also is getting the too much pink in the same spot. So I want to definitely break that pink up with some color. Not that pink is not a color, but you know what I mean. I just don't want too many pinks touching each other, because then what happens in that scenario for me personally is that it shows the difference. If you've got two pinks right next to each other, it really brings attention to how different the pinks are. If you've got them spread out, then they tend to just look, they kind of bring in each other's similarities. And I've got these clear dots. These, you guys should have these. These are from the add-on, or not the add-on, but the exclusive printable from June, I think. So I think it would be fun to maybe use them up here and kind of like do a little triple dot action, and maybe, I don't know, maybe use it for a title or something. What if we did them a little bit offset, and then what if that pink looks actually really nice up against the pink background there? And you can grab whatever supplies you have that are kind of left over from your different issues that you've got printed out, because what I was trying to do this year, and a little bit from last year, I think I started this last year, was taking a couple of the colors from whatever issue we're working on, and when I start making colors for the next issue, I'm taking a couple colors and moving them over so that there's some sort of cohesiveness, so that you could maybe use labels from issue 28 in, along with your issue number 29 stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to take a couple of colors from each issue and kind of let them roll into the next issue, which has worked out really, really well. For me in creating, it's been really great to have, to just kind of know that I don't have to completely switch color stories every time I want to, work with the newest kit or an older kit. I can totally mix them together. It's been really nice. I hope that you guys have noticed that, or remember that, or enjoyed that. But that is definitely a little reminder. So I feel like I'm missing a photo here. So let's do, that's kind of nice. I like those two pinks together. That's kind of fun. So then I've got this, actually I kind of like this there, maybe that down here. Fill this in with something else. I like that bright one there. These little flags, I have made these for the very first time in issue number 30, or was this the add-on in between? Or not the add-on. Boy, I can't remember now. I take 3 weeks off and I end up forgetting what I've done. I don't know if I want to use these two that close together, but that's kind of fun. Just having them kind of, oh, what about if I use the blue one here instead? That's cool. I don't hate that. I do feel like I need something other than pink. So let me, oh wait, it was the summer collection that I did this for the very first time. So I don't know, you guys will have to let me know if you like it. If you like these little tabs, if you found a good way to use them. This one has a little tiny bit of a white border around it, which I don't mind. Instead of having to cut it off, I'm just going to use it. So actually, ooh, that's nice. Even though there's nothing that speech bubble is really saying, I could do this. Turn it upside down. What do we think about that? And this little guy doesn't have a place to be, but what if I did this? I feel like then that's too much pink across the top. I could do pink, light teal, dark teal, or I could use this. Oh, I have yellow. Let's see, I have the yellow right here. That actually will be perfect. I will use, I think I'll use the darkest one. Because you know how when you, these are all on sticker paper, and so they tend to get a little lighter once you actually take them off the backing. That's fun. Okay, now what if, hold on, what if I did the lighter colors down here? Let's see what else I have. Because these were from issue 30, they kind of are, the purples are not right, and there's oranges, and I don't necessarily want to use the half and half ones. I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't use the half and half ones. The two-tone, just feel like I want something else with some teal in it. Okay, not that. Okay, so we're definitely not going to use those, but I could use these two down here and layer that little guy right on top, because then it does pull down some of that. Or I could use this over here. That's kind of fun. I love just subtly, the subtle layers there. Or even like this. Or I could turn it this way and take up some more vertical space. That doesn't feel right, but too many things vertically down there. Let me cut these out so I can see them and interview them as circles. Sometimes when the shapes are off, you just don't see them the same way. And also what I love about printing on clear sticker paper is that you can be super messy with your fussy cutting. I like that. I'm liking that. I still don't know about this. I feel like it's just missing something. I feel like there's not enough happening down here. I could also, let me switch these and see. What if I grab a different color, one of these? I could do yellow, or I could do this lighter pink. Oops. Or I could do this yellow. And now I feel like that's a little bit too much yellow, but I can always put this heart somewhere else. I really like this bright yellow, and I feel like this might be a little bit too much on the sherbet side of yellow. I got this little long speech bubble that actually looks nice. I like that there. I feel like that's a lot of yellow right in one spot. But I could do it here. And then I'm always kind of fighting against what's already here, because then I've got two hearts in the same spot. But this, I don't mind that. That's cool. I could also make this into a cluster. Do this ticket underneath and this heart on top. I like that. Okay, now, do we possibly go back to this light pink? We could do both speech bubbles, because we are clustering, aren't we? I really, really like how the colors are all working together. And I do really like that, the way that the colors are working, but I don't know if the shapes are right. But then if I just maybe find something here, I don't know that I want it to necessarily be another circle or something else that's pink. I could also, you know what, I could, no, I just feel like I want to keep the 4 there and I want to have 3 here. And so, but I don't have to. I don't have to. You guys are just hearing all of my, all of my insecurities. You get to hear them in real life. I feel like it's too many clustery things and there's nothing solid down here. I do like this. So let me actually tear this off and give ourselves a little visual. Sometimes there just needs to be, you know, something solid for that item to sit on. And then what if I did these two? Nope, I think I need them to be pink now. Too much pink, not enough pink. Okay, that feels good. These smaller quotation marks are from the Illustrated Faith Recorded, which is, you know, it coordinates with the summer issue, not the summer issue, the summer collection. So if you haven't gone over to Illustrated Faith to grab that, it is a really fun set of cards and ephemera, lots of big things that are just very similar, but not exactly like the summer collection. So it's definitely a good add-on if you really like what's going on in the summer collection. So I do dig this, and I like the little bit of space here, but I will probably end up stamping in here or filling it in with something. So we'll just see. And then this, I think I could, think I could definitely find a place for it. And if not, it's really okay because I do feel like there is enough teal hanging out. Hello, this little gnat. He's been bugging me all day. Okay, I'm gonna put all the extra things away because I think we are totally good with what we've got now. So before I get too distracted with lots of other options, let me put all of this stuff away. This goes back in here. Okay. All right, I like where this is going, and look how everything feels like it came from the same kit. We know that it didn't. We know this came from 3 totally different issues, 3 completely different collections, but it feels so cohesive. Okay, we did a good job. I am happy with this. We are going to start gluing. So I always start with the big stuff, and then I try to not get dog hair everywhere, but we know that that happens regardless. And sometimes when I have a cluster like this that I just really like how it's already clustered and layered, that I'll just pick it up as is, throw a couple of staples on it, and then adhere the whole thing together. Because sometimes once I have it laid basically the way that I want it to look, I'm always afraid that it will never look that way again if I were to pick it up and then individually manage the pieces. And that is typically what happens. So then I just use a little extra to secure stuff there. I'll do the same thing with this little cluster. This is a perfect place for staples. Okay, everything is glued down, and I will be honest about the fact that typically I don't have a huge driving purpose for my layouts unless it kind of comes with a story attached to it, or something like this where it's like I'm kind of providing information or some sort of journaling already. And so then I have to try to like come up with the the purpose of the layout. Now, in a lot of situations I do, I have a picture of me and a list of my weekly things, or that kind of stuff. But when they're kind of like a collage of photos, I typically will just be very kind of generic and just be like, this is kind of what my life looked like in this month. So that's basically what we're doing. I have this currently list that I made, and it kind of is just like a general list that I kind of had ongoing through the month of June, and I'm kind of just going to roll with that. So another thing I would like to bring in are the letters that are in your Crafty Babe exclusive for the month of August. I think I'd like to try to maybe use the word June or right now or something like that. So I think I want to grab these smaller versions. So if you've seen that video, whether you have or not, I print in both the full size and then I printed to a page so that I could get a smaller size. And I think I want to do right now, in this little area right here. I kind of want to make that the title-ish, and then maybe do some stamping around that. And I haven't even picked any stamps that we're going to use or anything. So I'm just flying off the seat of my pants. And I'm wondering if RIGHTNOW. So I'm actually able to just use one color, but I was thinking, would it be cool to use both teal and the pink? That could be fun. And kind of throw in just maybe well, the teal might not look very good on the teal. So actually, since we don't have to, let's just stick with the one color. And I have printed these on clear sticker paper as well, which is going to make them very easy. And I'm getting them close-ish to the edges, but I'm not being super particular. I will on a couple of these other ones that I RIGHT, like this one. I've got just a little too much excess hanging off there, but I'm not cutting around the letters, and I kind of want them a little staggered. I think it'll just be super cute. I really like that. Okay, let's just get started laying these down. And they're going to be a little wonky, and I'm all right with that. Okay, we've got that title on here now. That looks great. We have some stamps we can use. So let's take a look. I like the idea of bringing in some other stamps. So I'm just going to kind of look through some of the stamps I had set aside for summer. And just see if there's anything. They don't have to be mine. I use so many other people's stamps, but I tend to stick to Carrie Bradford, Felicity Jane, some older Studio Calico, and that's mostly it. Some older Citrus Twist as well. But I kind of like, what I'm loving is this big circle right here, because I feel like I could like overlap right here maybe. This is from 2018 from Feature Craft, when they were in business. It says summer is my favorite, which is a total lie. So, you know what? Maybe I will just find a different circle stamp situation. I could do the happy face from Be Bold, because all of these things do make me happy. That would be cute. Ruining my... I had a little end piece of sticker paper, like it's kind of being a pain. I'm trying not to let it annoy me. It's funny how a millimeter of a piece of sticker can irritate me, but other things don't. So there we go. Okay, so I like this. This is going to bring in some of the circles, right? So that's good. We'll interview that there for a sec. And like, why wouldn't I just use the big yeah on here? Because it is just so good for so many purposes. So like, I could do it there. That's cute, because then it kind of pulls in some larger text, like here, 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 like that triangle thing. And then I could stamp right here, like a nice little sentiment. Let's see. Starting to feel like summer. This could be like nothing to do with summer. So actually it just so happens that it's in the month of June. That doesn't really mean that these are summer type things necessarily. So let's just look for some life lately. Look at this. You know what we could do is like a little word collage. Life lately, favorites, doing exactly what I want. I love this stamp so much. Let's do a little cluster here. Doing exactly what I want. Life lately, that doesn't really fit well. What if we did it up here? Life lately. I'll make sure these are all nice and even. And then, like, I love the idea of them kind of like overlapping. Extra happy. These are great. These are perfect. And these are Carrie Bradford, of course, because she has the best sentiments. She uses the best words. There's this little like check mark options, multiple choice situation happening down here. And it has like snow, cold, rain, clouds, sun, hot, perfect. And I think that would be fun to go right down here. It is a great spot and a great length. And then I'll just check the one that says sun and hot. And I will not check the one that says perfect. I think with those stamps, I might want to just add in a couple extras. Maybe this one that says summer, which is fine. And it's a different font. I love mixing up the different fonts in like a nice little cluster. That's going to be cute. Let's see what's on here. I could do the little sparkles in between to kind of break up some of the words. So like here I could do this big one. And I could do the little one right here. Okay, now because this is on the back of something that I've already worked on, I need a flat surface. Oh my, hello. All right, and because I'm because I'm stamping on clear sticker paper, I am going to use my StazOn. And I think I'll use my big guy here. I'm going to pick up most of these and see if I like the placement. And then I'll adjust them when they're on the block. But I try to get them. What I need, like, you know, we just need like little tools every now and then. I need like a pen or a pencil, you know, that's got like a tip on it that sticks to the acrylic or the polymer stamp, and then also doesn't stick when you need to like move your hand off of it. Okay. Let's see how even this is. Okay, so we're going to move favorites a smidge. Okay, that looks good. Now let's pop these on. I've made this mistake before. When you're working with stamps from different manufacturers, they will have different floor heights. So if you try to use two stamps, like I'm using my stamps and Carrie stamps, and we use a different manufacturer, so you just need to be careful. I think I'm actually not going to use mine right now because they might not stamp the same impression, you know what I'm saying? So just something to be aware of when you're trying to stamp multiple manufacturers at once. Okay. looks great. Actually, something I learned a few months ago is that you can actually stamp on clear sticker paper and like use it in your planner or use it, you know, as ephemera, and it actually has such a great impression. I was actually quite impressed. Okay, so then I'm going to put mine back on here. Actually, did I have this over here? Where did I have it? Did I have it here? I feel like here would be better because then I can offset those sparkles a little bit better. So I'm going to put mine on. Okay, now that mine are in place, I'm going to take hers off so that way I know that they are where I want them. And we'll go back in here. And I will do my best to line these up. I always feel such pressure when I use the Stays On because, you know, it dries so fast, and if you're not quick with your stamping, it's like, oh, sorry, I dried up already. So I'm just trying to be careful while also trying to be quick, which is difficult sometimes. Okay, those worked out just fine. A little smudging on that summer, but I think it's because I moved a little bit, but that's all right. Okay, now let's go in. Actually, let me put these away so I can kind of get these off my desk. I'm gonna need to keep the Be Bold out. Put these away. Have I mentioned my stamps are a little out of control lately? These over here are all going to be on a flat surface, so I don't need to put my stamper down, but I can, and I think I will, just because this one's going to be going off. I'm going to use a little mask here because I don't want it to go onto here because it's going to have a weird, what am I trying to say? Well, you know what? I might, and then I might just fill it in. Okay, I'll see how that works out. And I do think I want to use, I definitely want to use black for this little word strip situation down here. Let me just get this one done so that it can stop rocking and rolling on me. Okay, that was great. And then if I do the yeah in black, it's going to be really contrasty. It's going to stick out like a sore thumb. So I think I'm going to do a bright pink, and I think Kitsch Flamingo might be really fun here because it's got that brightness, and then it will be on this other bright. And so it'll kind of look like maybe a little bit like it's, what am I trying to say? Transparent in a way. I mean, obviously it will be. It's it's ink, but you know what I'm saying. Hang with me here. Hang with me. That looks cool. That looks great. Okay. All right, now we got to figure out what to do with this little happy face. I think I'd like him to be the teal color, but I just don't have that right teal. Speckled egg is about as close, but it has a little bit of green hinge to it. So let's actually do this. Let's stamp it on a piece of white cardstock, and then that way if we like it, we can use it, and then we'll just use it as a die cut. So let me find a little piece. And then if we don't like it, then we are not committed to it. I guess it is a pretty good match. Let me see if I can get a better impression. There's just a few little like open spots. And I know this is just what happens with inks, but I feel like I could get a little bit more ink on there. Yeah, that feels a little bit better. Okay, and now let me see if I have a punch that I can use. Hopefully it'll give me a little bit of white space around the outside. That's quite a lot, but actually cut it down. Might be perfect. Let's check it out. That's quite a lot. But I can use it as a guide to maybe cut and fussy cut if I feel like I need to. Let's just place it down and see. Sorry, you get to hear all of my crafty sounds. It does feel like quite a lot of white space, so I think I will just give it a little trim. Sometimes when I'm designing stamps, I do try to keep in mind certain things that could be used with a punch and try to size things so that, you know, they might be universal in some way. And other times that just does not occur to me. So this is one of those times. I don't think anybody minds a little bit of fussy cutting. That looks good. And then that way I can overlap it off and let it hang off there, but then I don't have to be all weirded out about the spacing that happens when you know, stamp off of things that are not the same level, because that really does kind of mess things up. When you do that in black ink, it's really not a big deal because you can just kind of take a little pen and fill in the edge there. But I knew I wasn't going to use black and it wouldn't have been that easy. So a little foam tape here. I used foam tape on a couple of things, so I kind of wanted to maybe get just like one more little thing that could have some dimension and elevation. Do I want to? No, I don't. I don't want that to be. I want it to be separate. Okay. While I clean up, I'm just gonna look and see if there's anything else that I might want to add. I think it's good. I don't think there's any, like, I thought about maybe doing some stamping here, but I feel like we've said all that needs to be said. You know, like, I could easily overstamp on everything, but, you know, learning that simplicity is okay as well is, it's a skill. It's a learned skill. It really is. For me anyway, because I always love the look of when other people do extra things, but when I try to do extra things, I end up not liking it. So it just goes to show you kind of have to stick with what you know you like to create and what you know you like to make and how far you're comfortable going. But I am very comfortable with how this one turned out. So we have a little documentation about what my month looked like, and it's totally an invitation for you to do the same. Grab a small collection of photos that match, grab some supplies that also match, and just have yourself some fun making a little collage, gathering up lots of different things from different issues or different parts of your stash. And this, you know, while I talk a lot about these are things from the magazine, you know, because obviously we're all fans of Crafty Babe Magazine and the stuff that everybody makes and contributes. But you could easily do this with anything from your stash. It doesn't have to be just things from Crafty Babe Magazine. It could be some things from anything that you have going on in your stash that coordinates. And it's also a great way to practice color theory and just what kind of tones and hues and shades go really well together. And it does help you kind of practice and get used to doing that in your books. I really hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you so much for being here and for being Crafty Babes. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.